domain names. Okay, so when we first set up the system, we need to set up some DNS settings on your domain, on your website domain. And there's three that we set up. The main one is regarding the email sending domain. That's a really important one. The second one is what we call a branded domain, and the third one is a page, a sort of sub page to enable us to host thank you pages, landing pages, funnels, all that sort of thing. Okay, so we'll start with a nice easy one first. We'll look at the branded domain. Okay, so that lives in business profile. You see here, I've got one set up. Okay, so what a branded domain is anytime you're sending a link out from the system, it will make it look like your website. So this is what I was here, yeah. So if you're sending out a link to book a calendar booking link, rather than some long address that starts up HighLevel or Calendly or whatever, it's got your domain in it. So it's on brand. Yeah. So you always want to set it up as a subdomain. Okay. So that is the root domain. And the link dot or whatever's before that full stop creates a subdomain. Okay. So I typically call it link dot your website domain. Yeah. Now, when you click on that, if I click on to modify it, but let me do it. Yeah. I'll probably break mine now. Let me show you. Yeah. Link dot. Slash, something like that. Okay, so you put make sure it's a link, whatever word dot is a subdomain and marketing.co.uk. If I click on continue, if you're using something like GoDaddy or Ionos, it'll automatically ask you to log into those tools and set it all up for you automatically. If not, that's okay. We can do it manually. Oh, link link dot. Link dot. Okay, so I'll add it manually. And all it's giving me one record. It's a CNAME record with the host name link and the required value brand.ludicrous for some reason, yeah. So you take that and add a DNS record to your domain in the DNS settings. You add that. When you've added that to your website domain as a DNS record, CNAME, the name of it, and the value, you then click on verify, and the system would automatically sync it up. Right? Then it'll come up looking like that, synchronized. A little bit technical going into the domain name there. That's how you set up your branded domain. Okay. The next one is if you want to host pages on the system, like a landing page, a funnel page, or a thank you page, anything like that, we can set that up as well. We need to set up a domain to do that. Again, we set that by going to domains. Okay, see I've got lots set up here. We click on connect a domain. In this case, I want to set up a funnel or a website domain, so I click on connect. Again, it can be whatever domain I want on here. Yeah, you can have as many as you like of these as well. So if I put in something like test.julian, .co.uk, something like that. Click on continue. Again, I have to add a DNS record for that, so I just I have to record manually. Again, it's a
Sorry, Julian.
yep.
Talking about setting up the domains, does it have to be the domain which is on our Ionos page, or like for example, we've got two. We've got felthameyecare.co.uk, which is one which we bought,
Yes.
and then the other one we've got is actually our web page, which is hosted by our our web developer, etc., which is felthameyecare.co.uk.
Yes.
The one which I had in Genie AI was the felthameyecare.co.uk, not the felthameyecare.co.uk. So would we just use that one in terms of landing pages, etc.? Because that's my intention of using this. My web page is going to be continue to be hosted by my web support guys.
Yes, yes. So the way this works, yeah. So my main website is Julian Mills, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my website. I don't want to I don't want to mess about with any settings on there because that website works, yeah. So I would not put these settings for that, yeah. If I wanted to, I could create a subfolder on there, so I could put in test or page dot. Yeah, that would create put that get a DNS settings for that value. It'll create a subfolder. That's fine. But equally, this domain could be any domain you like. You can have as many as you like.
Hmm.
It's just
So that's
choosing.
just a worded domain to say what it is. You just
Yeah. So as I say, my main website is Julian Mills, so that stays as it is. Like you've got your website set up with this
yeah.
third party. You don't want to put any values on. Leave that one as it is. Yeah. But
Mhm.
if you wanted the subdomain of that, you could put in page or landing page, whatever you want to call it. But the full stop makes it a subdomain. It's a self-contained unit then. Or it could be you could go and buy domains and you can have as many as you want.
Mhm.
I'll show you. I can show you in a minute when we come to look at those sites. Uh, but you can also buy domains in HighLevel as well now.
Okay.
So it becomes a whole package. You can manage it all. You can transfer them in if you wish. You see here all these ones I've got set up here. Is that okay, Mohammed?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So that's looking at the branded domains so far and the domains to set up websites, pages, landing pages, funnels, anything like that. The final and most important one is the email sending domain. Okay. So this is to ensure that ISPs like Google and Outlook know that your HighLevel account is verified and approved to send emails on your behalf. Yeah. So if you get this wrong, you could find your emails going to spam because the system's saying, well, hang on, there's a mismatch here. I don't trust it. So we set that up by going to settings, go to email services, and then dedicated domain. You see here, you can have as many as you want, and there's various advanced things you can do with this later on. So this is the one I've got verified and using myself right now. When you're setting up these sending domains, it is super important to use a subdomain. Okay, if I was to set this up on my root domain, which is that, yeah, if I set these additional email settings on that root domain, the next thing I'd know is my Google emails stop or my Outlook emails stop. My regular email system stops working. I've broken it. Okay, so it's super important. Create a subdomain for this. Yep. So the full stop creates a subdomain. So it could be NG message or MSG. It could be no reply or whatever you want, but it's got to be a subdomain. Okay. Uh, and when you first go to set that up, you click on add domain like this. I'll show you one example. So I might set up test dot Julian Mills. I'm not going to do this, but I'm not going to authorize this, but I'll just show you. Okay, so that's a subdomain. It's not going to interfere with any email settings in the background. Click on add and verify. Again, if you're using Ionos or GoDaddy, you can automatically automate all this, but I'll show you the manual way of doing it. So you see here, it's given me 5 records now. So I've got to copy and paste these 5 rows of data or these 5 text records into the domain DNS settings, wherever you got it hosted. So there's 2 text records there, a CNAME record, 2 MX records, and there's the values. So it's a case of copying and pasting those in to your DNS record, saving it, and coming back, clicking verify. And there can be a delay in this. It might take a good few minutes until it all turns green. Yeah. And when you do that, it'll then come back showing you this. It'll look like this then. Yeah, you see there, yeah. That's all verified. This is an optional one here. Again, I've already got that record set up elsewhere, but if you need that one, you can add that one in as well. Um, again, tech support there to help you go through this as well if you get stuck.